we'll be installing Kafka and RabbitMQ, no? So this video is a tutorial for this one, how to install Kafka and RabbitMQ to your laptop or PC. So first, you need to go to first we'll install the RabbitMQ, no, before the Kafka. So we have this RabbitMQ 4.2.5, no, this is the latest one. So since pwede na to siya i-download, no, you have to download the file, or we can go directly to the CMD or the command prompt or the PowerShell, no. So let's go installing on Windows. So we have here, no, we can use this command in the CMD, no. Be sure that you are in the administrator mode, no, if you have to use the CLI. So we can just download directly here. As you scroll down, we have the we can download it directly. So since I have the file already, we can just go directly and download install the RabbitMQ. Yes, so here we can just fast forward and just click yes and install or next. So automatic, it will just install to your system. So that's how easy RabbitMQ to be installed in your device. So the next one, the Kafka, no, is also a message broker. So we'll be also installing it, no. So we'll just wait until RabbitMQ is done. So it's completed, we can now finish it, no. So let's just wait. So there you go. So it is now here sa atong system. RabbitMQ. So we have this, no. So we already have this RabbitMQ here. So we have this service start, service stop, the sbin directory, no, command prompt. So we have this bunch of folders, reinstall and service remove. So after that, we need to start, no. So we need to have this command line, no. So we need to enable the RabbitMQ plugins. So RabbitMQ plugin, no, and then program files, then locate your folder for RabbitMQ. So here we have the RabbitMQ, and then go to the sbin. Then after that, you need to configure the server, I think, edit. So you need to go here, and then after that you have to wait. Where is that path? And then go edit. So as you can see here, I already put the path for the RabbitMQ, no. So it's already there, and I don't have to plug it in. So it's already there, and then after that we need to enable the plugins for this. So need to delete this and then put it there and then enter. So after that, the RabbitMQ is now fully functional. So we need to also run it. So as you can see, according here, the requested service has already been started. So we can now just go to the RabbitMQ localhost. So that's how easy RabbitMQ to configure. So after installing the RabbitMQ, itong file, we need to also install or download Erlang or OTP. So since I already downloaded it, now open the file. It will go through here. So I did not touch anything, so let it be. You're going to next, and then just wait it to install and extract all the files. After that, it's basically done. Now you can just run your RabbitMQ, and it's already done. So that's how easy. So this is how easy you will download and install RabbitMQ. So you need to download first the RabbitMQ file, ganing RabbitMQ server 4.2.5, and then next is the Erlang. So it's a pair. Dili ka makagamit og RabbitMQ without the Erlang. So that's basically done. Now let's go down to the Kafka. So you'll just search here Kafka 2.9. So it's been recommended by many, in all other tutorials, that 3.9 is mostly the releases, 3.9. So you can just go to the source download or just do the binary downloads. Since I already have the file, as you can see, I already have here the Kafka. So right now we're going to install the Kafka, another message broker. Now you go to this website or search Kafka download. So you'll go here, and then after that, every tutorial, every video you'll see in YouTube or any platform will recommend 3.9, version 3.9. So I will just download this binary downloads. So it's either the Scala 2.12 or 2.13. So but they recommend 2.12. So since I already have the file, we can just go ahead and extract this file in your PC, this PC, and then local disk. So after that, we'll wait for a while, and it's done. Now it's here in the local disk C, and then now we rename it. Just delete this one, the highlighted one, to just Kafka. So we're going to make this bigger so that you can see. So after that, we need to reconfigure. So we need to go to config. So from the Kafka file folder, go to config, and then after that, configure the server. But before that, we need to go to edit environment. then new Kafka home, all caps lock, browse directory, and then go to this PC, and then here. So that's all. Now in path, if you scroll down, you see path, and then here you need to basically new again. So you need to go to beans first, and then here copy this path, then new, paste it. So you're basically done, half done, I mean. So right now you need to configure the server. So edit a notepad. So let's make this bigger, and then you go to log basics. So in here you just type where it was, Kafka. So that's all you need to do, and then you can just basically copy this since we have something to do with the craft folder. So you go to craft folder, reconfig server, and then edit in notepad again. So you just find the log basics, and then paste what you have copied, then save it, no? So you have to save it here, no? Save lang. So save, and then close it, and then since you configured the server, let's go down to the for the server start, no? You need to configure this so that from Windows 11 or the latest update of the Windows OS, the WMIC has been removed, no? And then replaced by the what do you call this? Replaced by another program, no? So it's been replaced by another, or the integrated program, no? So now in here, since I'm using Windows 11, in order for me to get right into the program of the Kafka, we need to comment out the WMIC. So as you can see, if you go to local, set local, and then the second if, you need to find the WMIC, no, na word, and then just comment it out, or you can just type it, big or small, doesn't matter. So as para lang ma-comment. So you have to save, and then basically you're done. Now after that, we need to go back, no? And then in here in the search bar, you need to type CMD. Now in here you can just find these commands, no, in YouTube. So I'll be posting it also in my channel. So you just copy it, then it will just directly create a random UUID, no? So copy that. We need to go to notepad. So we'll just copy this, and then copy the command, no, in the notepad first, and then replace this the UUID, and then replace it with this one. Make sure it is in the center of -T and -C, and then copy it, and then paste it in your command line or command prompt. So right now we're going to do the testing, no, to the Kafka. So we'll just put cmd. So we're going to use the command prompt, and then right now go here. So this command will be posted also in my YouTube channel or in the comment section. So this command here will generate a random UUID. So here, copy this and then paste it here in your notepad, and then after that go here, this one. Since I already have this command here in my notepad, I'll just put here the UUID that has been generated, no? So make sure you just replace that and then copy this command to your command prompt, then let it be done. So since I think it's done with better, okay, since it's done, and then copy this. So let it run for a while. If it's done, and then you can now go to here, think here, another cmd, I mean go to bin and then cmd, and then you go here, cmd, I'm wrong, so you need to still here cmd, another file, and then run it. Already created a topic test, and then in order for another cmd or for the consumer to be connected with the producer, you need to copy this one, no? Para maka-connect si consumer. So copy the command. So in order for us to have a local host. Now, next is go to your file folder and then type again cmd. So we have two cmds, and now is copy this last command and then paste it here. So we'll just okay. So paste it here in the empty one. So in order for it to connect to the other CLI. So now, if we type here, it will just go here directly sa PCAS na CMD. So basically, right now, this is just a standalone setup, no? So basically, you're done setting up your Kafka. So I think that's all for that tutorial, how to install Kafka and RabbitMQ. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the future.